Hi, my name is Mike Yeager and I'm taking up to Snow Castle Lodge. We've got this rooming house for sale and there's been a lot of questions about this house. And I figured that if I put this all on a video, then people can watch this video and there won't be near as many questions. Now, we're going into the mountains, going down Highway 30, and it's going to be 11 miles west of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, right on Main Route 30. And so we're gonna be showing you this house and the interior of the house and giving you the background of geodesic domes. This house was originally designed, not the house, but the exterior structure is what we call a ray dome. And back in about 1990, I became extremely interested in ray domes. And most people, they do not understand ray domes on the East Coast. They're completely ignorant of it. Even your construction workers, your real estate people, they just do not understand ray domes. And so we're going to be explaining what a ray dome is and how amazing it is and what needs to happen to this house to bring it back to its former glory. We're now on top of the mountain that's halfway between Gettysburg, Pennsylvania and Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. And we're turning off of New 30 West at a place that's called Kimball's TikTok. And we're going to be turning onto Old Route 30. And as we turn on Old Route 30, we're going to just take a right and we're going to take a left. And the first driveway is the road that leads up to Snow Castle Lodge. And this is Newman Road. That's Newman Road. And then the house right below us has just been sold and it's being all cleaned up. And it was totally trashed at one time. Now, right here, we're turning a right, and now this particular road that goes up to my house, our driveway, this is actually a right-of-way. And so this is not included in the 2.2 acres of land. And it's going to have to be plowed this afternoon. I'll be back up here plowing it. And almost all of the land that goes with this is clear of woods, except down in the far corner. So you can see the geodesic dome sitting there in the distance. This is an extremely amazing house, and I built it back in 1996, early 97, and the reason why I built it was because shut off for just a moment. So I built this house back in about 1996, moved into it in 97 with my family. It's a very large house, 5,500 square feet, but the only reason why it's that large is because that was the size of the exterior dome that I had bought. And it's made of fiberglass, 350 panels that were all connected together. And what I did is there's a humongous steel ring, and this used to sit up on a tower, and a 50-foot tower for radar. And Minster Fuller's company, who I became very much interested in back in the 90s, his company made this building and was selling it to the government, and the fiberglass dome itself was over $200,000 back then. And like I said, the only reason why I used this dome was because it was available. I bought it from Letterkenny in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. And so just to give you the understanding of this building, it's designed for 180 knot winds or 140 knot winds with up to 8 inches of rain ice. And you can actually go on the internet, look them up, ray domes. And all these 350 panels were put together, and then I put a steel ring in that came with it in the very bottom, and then we poured concrete, 6 inches of concrete, and then we built the dome itself first, which is a fiberglass dome And we built that first. Then and then we built the interior of the house, and we're going to go into the house in just a moment, but I am going to walk you around this facility where you can kind of get an idea, because I know as people have been looking at this house to buy it, they just have tons and tons and tons of questions, and I don't blame them, but it's just better for people to know what's going on by listening and watching this video. Okay, so stop recording. So here I am standing in front of Snowcastle Lodge, and you can see the garage. It's a two-car garage, but there's only one garage door. And then you can see the dome. And the dome is about 8 feet of it is buried into the ground. And the front porch, there's two large windows. Actually, there's 5 windows in each section, and I don't know if they need to be replaced or not, but we're going to take a look in what we call the great room, which is the room that we need to really repair. But so we're just going to take a quick walk around this room. I was going to fly my drone, but it's just too windy. And it's a very amazing structure. It's all fiberglass. When I first put it up, I caulked all of the, where all the panels were. But, you know, leakage came, and I've been trying to coat it ever since. I'm going to get ready to do a little bit more coating now, but whoever buys it, they're going to have to decide how they want to coat it. And so you can see it's all fiberglass. This was designed to be on towers up in Alaska, and it was. When I first built the house, I put these octagon windows in, but I had to replace them with the regular square windows, and some of these windows need caulking. So we're just going to come around the back entrance right here. There's a back entrance, and there's actually 5 exits from the house. Now, up here, there is a door that used to be a big porch, and that can be reinstalled pretty easily. Right now it's blocked off professionally on the inside of the house. Like the location of it, it's right next to the state forest, Mix Ox. That's how I say it. Not very far from Caledonia State Park. And up in these mountains, there is a dirt road, all kinds of snowmobile trails, ATV trails, deer hunting. I mean, it's really a beautiful location. A little bit later on, I'm going to take you to the very top, where you have an amazing view of the whole valley. And then I have stairs that takes you up to a big landing platform that is over the top of the garage. It's a flat top on the garage with rubber sheeting, and I've never really had leakage problem with that particular garage. Okay, so now we're going into the house, and it's what we call the great room. So now this is what we call the great room, and basically you're going to see the chimney, which is actually 6 feet by 30 feet tall. My boys and I built it when we first put the house up, and it has an LP gas fireplace, and this is all LDE stone, I think it's called. It's not actually stone. And the way we built this, it's amazing. I don't have time to get into it, but those stones, the way we put them And behind that is all 2x6 construction with OSB over it, aspenite, somebody could call it, and then with the rocks, and you can see, after all of these years. Now, we're going to give you a scan of the ceiling, and there's some issues, not with the exterior, but the interior, and I'm hoping within a week that I'm going to have this all fixed, because right now, it's ugly. But you'll see the big windows on both sides, and some of them have issues. Now we're going to go through the first floor, the bottom floor, then the second floor, actually the third floor, and then the fourth floor. I can't get into all these rooms because people are living in them. So let's go into now. The floor itself is all, I think it's 2 1/4 tongue and groove pine throughout the whole house. And the first floor, the second floor, and the third floor. And it can be easily sanded down. There's very little water damage here. There is some because of leakage, but very little. And like I said, all of the interior is built independent of the exterior. It's all independent. It's not, and if anything, it just strengthened the exterior. And so then we go into the master kitchen. This is the master kitchen, and a very long food bar. And you can see there's a place for the dishwasher, which I think needs to be replaced. It is, and I'll show you, it is central heating and air conditioning, which right now the outside condenser unit needs to be replaced. But we're using a wood stove to heat the whole house, and then guys have electric little heaters in their rooms. And these houses have a third more space than a conventional house. They're amazing, and they're way easier to heat. So I live in a 3,000 square foot house that's been totally reconditioned, and it's cheaper to heat this house than it is the house I'm living in, which I had built in 1988. Over here, I want to point out there is a exit door where there used to be a big deck, and that deck is no longer here, and the deck's going to have to be replaced. Now you could just put regular stairs outside. These windows, they're 2x2 windows, and you'll see that they had some leakage, and I think 2 or 3 of them have got to be repaired. Now, down this long hallway, there is a master bathroom, and there is a shower that is in this master bathroom. And there used to be a tub. Now this floor has all been replaced with flooring. It needs a little bit of work on the ceiling because we have leakage from the bathroom upstairs. There are 3 bathrooms in the house. There is a master bathroom. There's 2 closets in the main hallway in the first floor. This is a master bedroom, which I'm not taking you into, but that's a very large bedroom. And there are 17 rooms in the house. Now, the bed and breakfast itself it's not got a permit for that many bedrooms. And so if you want to use all of these bedrooms, and you say, well, how come so many bedrooms? Because it is the size of the house. I built according to how big the exterior dome was. There's another closet here, which I think it's, see if there's a light. The light's burned out, and you can't see it. Another closet. The garage, I think I haven't showed you it yet. So here's the garage. It's a 2-car garage, but it's only got 1 garage door because we decided to close that up and put a door in here. And you can take a look at the ceiling. These are hefty, big poplar beams that I had purchased. And you can see that by looking at it, there's been, in all of these years, there's been very little water damage. And I designed the walls to come in slanted because I wanted it to be like the exterior to some extent. Okay, so this is one of the smaller rooms. There's lots of large rooms, but this smaller room, and this easy. Now this wall here, into the next room I'm going to show you, this wall here can be taken out. It's not a load-bearing wall. And so it was a very large room here at one time that we used as like a family room, and that can be put back on. So here's another room that is right off of the great room. And we just showed you the other room in this wall right here. And you can see this room had just been redone. And so this wall right here, it can be taken out. And this can become a very large room once again for an entertainment room, family room, whatever. So I forgot to mention one thing. This 6-foot by almost 30-foot fireplace, it's all hollow behind it. And there's an access panel up on the second floor, which you can go into this, and all of my plumbing, my heating, my air conditioning is run. It's all central heating and air conditioning. So we're going to go into the basement. We're on the first floor, and then there's a walkout basement. And I'm going to show you what's down here. I can't show you all of the rooms, but I'm going to show you some of them now. It's all got tile on the floor, and it just needs to be washed and buffed and waxed. Room number 9. Oh, this is a closet for supplies. Now, this dome, when I built it, what I did is I dug it out and I put it down about 8 feet and it's not even covered up 8 feet. What I did is, there is a guy by the name of Jack Forbes out of Abbottstown. His brother had humongous piles of ground up plastic chips. And what I did is, when I put the dome up, I coated the exterior with the basement asphalt, you know, the tar. I can't remember what his name is. And then we took triaxle loads of these plastic ground up pellets, and we backloaded it, and we filled it all in. We let that settle down, and then we filled it in again until it was solid. And then we just put a very thin layer of topsoil over it. And so there's really no pressure against the dome, even though it's made to withstand, like I said, 140 knot winds. They're incredible buildings. But I've never had flooding in all of these years. And so there's a room here, and there's a room here. We do have a wood stove here, and it's a very nice wood stove. And come over to this side, Stephen. So this is a real nice wood stove. Now, it is next to the LP furnace, which I understand, I'm being told, that it's not allowed to be there. So we're going to have to, right now the LP gas stove is not running. We do not have a tank. The whole house is being heated by a wood stove, and then people are putting electric heaters, little ceramic heaters in their rooms if they're cold. And most of them aren't. Up on the very 4th floor where our master bedroom is, the guy says he gets so hot up there, he tries to ventilate the hot air. And so there's the wood stove there. There's another room I can't take you into here, 12. And over here is room 13. In which right now it's not occupied. There is no lights in here. Let me see if I can get a light. And so as you can see, it does have central air conditioning, but like I said, the condensing unit went out some years ago. And so some of the guys, what they do is they put small air conditioning in the windows. Now here is my electrical panel room, where my cable comes in, and my hot water heater, and where my pressure tank is for my well. Now the well I've got up here is absolutely amazing. When they drilled it, I think they hit a gusher at 50 feet, and I had them go down like another 100 feet just to give me some backup supply. But I tell you, the water is so wonderful up here that for years and years, I would come up here and get my water from here to drink at home. Okay, so this is another one of our rooms. One of the guys who here, he's a construction worker, and so you can see his room. And you know, and now, how long you been with us?
28 months.
28 months.
Mm-hmm.
And so how long is that? Over 2 years.
4 months.
And do you like this house, John?
It's fine.
It's fine, okay. All right. And so over here, you can see there's a walkout that takes you right outside. And there's parking out back, there's parking up front, and actually there's an exit road that is right here that if you want to come up one way and leave the other, you can do that.
In your move?
Oh, here's another room we want to show you. Actually, this used to be the laundry room, which it can be turned back into because the plumbing is all here. The wash machine and the dryer was here, and in here was a closet to the master bedroom that's on the first floor. So actually, you could open this back up to be a closet. Now, we're going to be going up to the second floor, and there's a bathroom up here. There's 3 bathrooms in the house. All tongue roof pine. This bedroom was just being redone. And you can see that these are all walk-in closets that are in this house. I mean, this is an incredible house. But people who do not understand geodesic domes, they make all kinds of false assumptions. And this is one of the closets. Yes, it's slanted because the exterior of the house is slanted. And then we have a bathroom. Here's a bedroom. And then underneath here, there is actually not just a closet, but it's all the access to like a 10-person hot tub. We'll look at it in a minute. And here's the bathroom, which it has just been redone. There's a tub, new toilet that was put in. It needs to be cleaned out. And there's a small closet. And then right here is the access panel to the chimney that I was telling you about. And so there's a bedroom here, and there's a bedroom here. Now you can look down when this room was all fixed up, and it easily can be fixed back up. When you look down, you're gonna see how beautiful it was at one time. Like I said, the window over here. And now I'm going to show you, this is what we're repairing. This window here cracked. And so I just want you to look at, this is the exterior. And you're going to see there's big steel, there's big ridges with bolts that hold it all together. And you're going to notice here that the big room is all covered in aspenite with 1x3 furring strips. And so this whole room was done in aspenite and then blown insulation that was mold resistant. And so this can easily be repaired. But we're working, whoever buys the house, they're going to have to decide what they want to do with these windows. They can easily be replaced. This could be recovered, and you could put 2x2 windows in here. But now, this jacuzzi has not been used for years. There's nothing wrong with it. Matter of fact, maybe within the next week we'll clean it all up and wipe it down and make it more presentable. And then you can see that where we're going to go to the master bedroom. But let me take you to the outside deck first. And there's an exit door up here on the second floor. And then you can come out onto the porch. And you can see the beautiful view all the way around. You can see, and when it's not snowing out, you can see down over the valley. It's just amazing. It really is. And now these over here next to the pine trees is where our septic system is. It's a large septic system. It is a sand mound. I don't think we've ever had problems with it. I think one time I didn't get the gray water tank pumped out as when it was supposed to be pumped out. But that's 20, you know, I built the house in 1987. I mean 1997. So, and then notice, I want you to notice the exterior. What I did is I lapelled off of the top of this dome. And so you can actually walk on the top of this dome. I always try to walk where the ridges are supposed to go. And so I'm actually hoping in the next couple of weeks to do some coating of the dome. And this exterior though, it does need some repair work. And I don't know if it's going to get repaired before I sell it or not. So we're going up to the last floor. And we're going to go to the right, which is actually a small office area. And you'll notice, if you take a look at the floor itself is tongue and groove pine. And so what's going on with the aspenite is I coated it with some kind of primer, and then I plastered it. But through all of these years, it just began to come off. I messed up. What I should have done is I should have put drywall on it. Okay, now this is the master bedroom upstairs. There was a fireplace here, and it's not completed. You can see the stone, which we got the stone up above to finish it. It was an LP fireplace. You can see that it's about a 12-foot high ceiling in here, I think. About 12 foot, 10 foot. There's two walk-in closets, which I don't know. Is there anything in these? I don't know. Yeah, and so this is going to be covered with drywall and replastered. And in here was the bathroom, which you're going to see the exterior, which is, it's all going to be it's 1x3s put in and replaced again. The floor needs to be resanded. There's a small jacuzzi tub, there's a walk-in shower, and then there's a little closet area. And so this is the last repair work that we need to do, other than the big room. Okay, now, so we finished with our tour, and I have a piece of insulation here. Now, this insulation was blown in the great room in between the aspenite and the exterior. We just removed a piece of it, and it's actually mold-resistant insulation that we blew in. And so wherever we could not put fiberglass insulation, this whole house is extremely insulated. But in the great room and wherever the aspenite was connected directly to the exterior fiberglass, this is all what was blown in there. And so now we're going to show you as we stand on actually I would call it the fourth floor, the basement, first, second, third floor. You can see the view looking down. And all those floors, they can be sanded down. I'm telling you, this place can be once again made to be a beautiful place. Okay, and so, you know, if you have any questions other than what I've covered on this video, you can contact me. And if you're interested in purchasing the property, you can contact me. Thank you.